Bungie increased the Grand Overture missile damage by a whopping 50% at the beginning of Season 19, and now it's likely the highest burst damage weapon in the game. Looking at the damage of Grand Overture, each slug does 18,279 on this boss, while each missile does 17,111. The 20 missiles can do 342,220 damage in total, and takes 1.27 seconds to fire, meaning the DPS of the missiles is 269,465, beating pretty much every other high burst weapons, excluding the Parasite, which does 271,171 with Worm's Hunger times 20. Parasite does have a slightly higher DPS because the worm is instant, but realistically, the 1.27 seconds that Grand Overture takes to shoot off all missiles isn't really an issue in most situations. It wouldn't be a good DPS situation if there are no buffs and debuffs. Assuming you're in a fire team, we can add in a whale for a 25% weapon damage buff, a 30% debuff such as tractor cannon or tether, and Fountain Mine for another 25% weapon damage buff. Now the total damage of the missiles is 695,134, and the DPS is 547,350. For comparison, Parasite in this case will have a damage of 550,816. The missile damage is great, but how about the slugs? The fire rate in the slug launcher form is only 100 RPM. With a mag of 20, the total damage is 365,580, but it takes 11.37 seconds to shoot off all 20 shots, bringing the DPS to 32,153, which is not very nice for a heavy weapon. If you're looking to use the weapon in sustained DPS situations, load the missiles before damage phase starts. Once you're ready to DPS, shoot off all missiles, then turn the slugs. Shoot the 20 slugs to load the missiles. Once ready, load the missiles and fire them off. That does a total of 1.05 million damage and a DPS of 70,000. The only problem that I have with the weapon is the projectile slugs. It will often miss shots on mobile enemies, where if the slug didn't direct impact the target, no missiles will be loaded. But really, we can just shoot immune targets, which is often the boss that won't move much, to load the missiles.